course, we can't deal with street art in the early 21st century without talking about Banksy. Now, Banksy is an English-based graffiti artist. We believe this is Banksy, we're not entirely sure. He's also a political activist and film director of unverified identity. The problem is he could be one person, multiple people. He could be a she could be a he, they could be an it could be a them. I'm not really sure where this is going, but you get the idea. We're not really sure who Banksy is. His satirical street art and subversive epigrams combine dark humor with graffiti, executed in a distinctive stenciled technique. His works of political and social commentary have been featured on streets, walls, and bridges of cities throughout the world. But he begins in Bristol, in the underground scene, which involved collaborations between artists and musicians. Banksy displays his art on publicly visible surfaces, such as walls and self-built physical prop pieces. He does not sell photographs or reproductions of his street art, but art auctioneers have been known to attempt to sell his street art on location. He's also famous, quite recently, for having gone ahead and auctioned a piece, or had a piece auctioned by Sotheby's, and then shredding it during the auction. So a lot of things going on with Banksy. So let's talk about Follow Your Dreams. In May of 2010, the depth of the Great Recession, we see a graffiti image appear in the low-income area of Chinatown in Boston. The image featured a tired-looking male painter standing next to the seemingly painted-on word, Follow Your Dreams, painted in all black, all uppercase. Over these words are the words cancel, or the word canceled in white, all uppercase, with a red rectangle background, as if to signify that the notion of following one's dreams has in fact been canceled. And for many people in 2008, 2009, 2010, it was. Let's just take this painter or, whomever he is, and consider him for a minute. No one really sits there and says, you know what? I want to be a master of the janitorial sciences. No one makes that their life goal, or very few people. No, everyone wants to be an astronaut or an artist or a doctor or a lawyer, some high-paid profession, maybe even president. But at some point, we have to give up on that dream, and it will be canceled for you. And that dream could be any number of things. In fact, you could go through this multiple times in your life. Maybe you had a dream of being a sports star. Maybe you had a dream of being an astronaut or an Air Force pilot, but it turns out you're too short, too tall, your sight isn't good enough, whatever the circumstances may be. And in 2008, that becomes a big issue because of the really high unemployment that we see nationwide. So people are forced to take jobs that they wouldn't otherwise want, that definitely wouldn't be part of their dreams. Over time, this piece has become one of Banksy's most popular works, even being produced on canvas prints and posters. And I just want to give you some idea of what this piece actually looks like in situ, on site. And it's simply painted on the wall. He's not finding a spot where it's going to be safe, where it's going to be hidden. No, this is open. This is open to the public. Someone with a can of spray paint could come over and paint it over. It's really remarkable that he's accepted that sort of temporary nature of his art. And at the same time that he's created really a mirror to society. In 2010, this is a mirror showing people what's going on in the society, because everyone knew someone who was losing their home, losing their car, losing their job. It may not have been you, but it definitely was someone you knew. So this kind of becomes a universal image for a lot of people.